Hey everybody, how are you today? This is Jim Prusak, physical therapist from the Pain PT, and we're going to talk today about this concept of disease. Okay, and I want to conceptualize it a little bit differently. We think of the word disease as meaning something wrong in the body physically. We have some type of disease or pathology, or physically something's wrong with us. We have some type of ailment. Now, the word disease, think about the word dis-ease. Okay, we're going to break this down. When we're not at ease, when we're uneasy, when we're feeling dis-ease, that leads to a disruption in your nervous system and brain. And what I'm talking about here is that we're not relaxed, we're not at ease, we're having some type of stress reaction, whether it be in our brain or nervous system. Now, a lot of times this is going to come from either external stress coming into you from your environment or from your own brain and how you think about things, how you perceive things, if you worry about things. Basically, any thought can be a stress thought. If you're worrying about something, catastrophizing, or ruminating, that's a real signal going into your body from your brain, which creates a real electrical chemical reaction. If somebody's stressing you from the outside or you're in an environment that's uncomfortable, then it also can put you at unease, at a dis-ease position. So if we keep in this state for too long, meaning we're constantly in a state of unease, that leads to dis-ease, which leads to disease. Okay, and it can happen over a period of time. A lot of times we see people getting these chronic ailments in midlife. And people always ask me, well, why didn't I have them when I'm younger? Well, it can take a period of time for these things to show up, meaning we can have had some, potentially some childhood adverse events, and then later in life we're undergoing some stress, and then that's when these things pop out. So it's sort of like we crossed over a line, and above this line are your symptoms. Now, we really want to take it easy. I mean, I've been talking about this in all my videos. We want to learn to relax. We're trying to bring this nervous system down to a lower resting state, which is that parasympathetic healing state. So we need to be at ease in both our mind and our body, okay? Which equates to that parasympathetic system of the autonomic nervous system. Studies are showing that like 75 to 90% of doctors' visits are for stress related conditions. It's crazy the amount of conditions that stress can cause, yet it never seems to be addressed by physicians and healthcare providers. It's never really talked about other than in passing, maybe. Yet we know that a stressed out brain is what predicts chronic pain. Okay, when you're not at ease, when you're not relaxed, when you're not settled, feeling just chilled out, you're putting yourself at risk to blow up basically a acute pain condition into a chronic pain condition. And I've mentioned that study to you before. There's a couple of them, but one of the most powerful ones showed that a stressed out emotional brain is what predicted the onset of chronic pain a year later, but with 85% accuracy. So it's pretty startling, some of the research that can show the power of the brain to basically cause a small, let's say, spark and blow it into a huge wildfire. And we do this through here, okay, and through our autonomic nervous system. Now, a lot of this stuff is subconscious, and this is part of the problem. It's unconscious. We are not necessarily aware that our brains and nervous systems are doing this to us, other than the fact that we have symptoms. We notice that. But remember, the symptoms are like the last thing to show up. Okay, it's the output. And we need to move upstream, as I would say, to see what are some of these causes and to become aware of our own systems, to notice if we're having a sympathetic stress response. And the way we do that is through what? Mindfulness awareness. We become aware of our unease, our dis-ease, our tension in the body, our bracing, our guarding, our holding our breath, holding our jaw tight, our bellies, our shoulders, our legs, our hands are clenched. These are all signs that you're having a sympathetic stress reaction. Is your mind racing all day? Is it worrying? Is it concerned? Is it in fear, anxiety? That's like spitting off constant stress into your body, stress chemicals all day long. So we want that to settle down. We need that to settle down. Okay? This is the way you're going to get better, is to get your nervous system regulated and get your brain less concerned about these things. So TMS has a lot of acronyms. We've gone over a couple of them. One is tension myositis syndrome, Dr. Sarno coined. Some people call it too much stress. I've called it too much suppression. There's different analogies for it, but essentially our brains and nervous systems are in a stressed state. And from that state, it creates a whole host of physical conditions. It could be a whole number of conditions in your body through the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so we're trying to get your system to become more at ease. Okay, so let's see if we can move in the reverse direction from disease, which is your symptoms, to move upstream from dis-ease to unease to ease. Easy, ease, relaxation. Okay, see if we can get settled more often. We need to teach ourselves this. It's not about doing anything, it's just about getting relaxed. And from that relaxed state, the nervous system does the healing or does the work. This is where I think people get confused. I'm going to do another video on this because it's less about your doing and more about your being relaxed, being in the right system, being at ease. So give this a shot, people. Just think about this on a daily basis. Am I at ease? Am I feeling relaxed each day? Or am I, going in my mind? Am I stressed out about things? Because if you are, you're just pumping in those chemicals that keep your condition alive. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.